join us here now for a really interesting matchup. Singapore versus Vietnam. MANG of Vietnam together with NGUYEN Minh Loi. And I have to say that all the interest is around the guy on the right there, just talking to the umpire with the toss. CHEE, 32-year-olds. Really, really impressive performance in the team event, where came back from the dead to beat Thailand and take the gold medal. It's a story, though, that had an ending earlier today when they played again. CHEE, together with Mohammedini Ashraf bin HUZAINI, played together. And on that occasion, they took the first two games against Teptorani and Tinatet. This is the team that they beat in the team event. 11-9, 11-4 in favour of Singapore. And then, can you believe it, went 6-11, 13-15 to the Thais. And then they took the fifth game 6-11. So a 3-2 battle again. On this occasion, CHEE and his partner couldn't quite get through. But he certainly has been a hero. He's got a lot of fabulous acclaim here in Singapore. And I didn't realise he was actually injured in an accident and didn't pick up table tennis bat until 3 years ago. It's quite an extraordinary story. He's only got one limb, but CHEE, certainly one of the heroes of these games here in Singapore. There he is. He lifts the ball up with the bat. There are a lot of pimples on that black side there. You can see. And, well, we will check in a while. These 52-year-olds now together. Phang Tu Mang and Minh Loi Nguyen. The competition, in case you haven't watched before, the competition is a little different, in as much as the service must be diagonally across the table, so into the quarters, with the wheelchair athletes into the opposite quarter from the serve. But then on, they don't have to obey the rule of alternate shots, so you could get a whole rally. Once the first service has been played, you could then get a whole rally between two of the four players. Just warming up for the moment, but well, a really fabulous matchup we saw, and of course it got the interest of the Singapore public. We're very fortunate to get it on Octo television, and of course it went onto Toggle as well, the matchup where Singapore beat Thailand in that come from behind victory. It was very impressive. So CHEE looking to make amends for the earlier very narrow defeat against Thailand. Let's see, it's at the class 1 to 3, and it will be Vietnam to serve. And look at them trying to concentrate on the player on the left. They know that CHEE is very strong, so they're trying to keep it away from him. Mohammedini Ashraf did well there to protect his side of the court. Okay, well, off the net, but it went into court, so it's 1-1. They change sides, of course, when they're receiving the service. It'll be CHEE to take the serve, and he just tosses it and with one hand. There you go. He's got a belt that keeps him in place, because otherwise he would just fall over. His balance is not great. He was calling it 2-1. It should be 2-1. There you go. It's a short service. That's part of his tactic. So that is 3-1. 1-3 it'll go. And so Jason CHEE will now change sides. Receiving will be Mohammedini. A little bit too far there. 2-3. And now 3-all. There's MANG again reaching 3-all. He's now moved over the other side. So Singapore with Mohammedini taking the service and with 4-3. I tell you, we're quite used to the excitement that Jason CHEE brings to the table. There's Min Loy. On that occasion, that ball was a little bit too deep for CHEE to control. 4-5. He certainly personifies his never give up attitude, does Jason CHEE. He's become very much an icon, centre of attention as far as the ASEAN Para Games are concerned. That's a really good recovery there. Well done, Dina, and makes the point. He'll be happy with that. Good work for 7-4. Mang Peng-tu looks on, he'll be receiving. And that took the left. You see, it's very clever because he just plays them short and his opponent's got to reach there. Maybe then he'll switch to a little deeper, but he's thinking through. There's a short one again. Got to reach. That's gone.
5-7.
Definitely thinking through every shot. Mohammedini Ashraf will receive this. Okay, it's a let. It remains at 5-7. Oh, that's nice.
6,
Really
7.
good work there from Mang Peng. Yeah, reached well, forced the error.
8-6.
So it will be Mohammedini Ashraf will serve. MDA, is he? Mohammedini Ashraf bin HUZAINI, I beg his pardon. Beg his dad's pardon. That's out of play. 8-7. Yeah, good recovery, and that's a lovely forehand. I tell you, listen to the crowd. They really get excited. No doubt at all when Jason CHEE's at the table. People look up, shouting their support. Here we go. It's now 10-7, 7-10, and it's 3 game points to Singapore. And it's a miss down the centre. 10-8. So it will be Jason who will serve it. Is it going to be that short one again? Lots of pimples there. It is short. Opens up the opportunity to now come. Oh, nice. We've seen that a couple of times from Mang. Mang Peng-tu. It's 10-9. They've given up 2 game points here. Again, it's that short service. But look at that, exactly the same. 3 points in a row, 10 all. And I have to say, Mang Pong Tu deserves that. 3 opportunities to take the game. Singapore could not make it. Oh, and on that occasion, he's got that peculiar chance that he plays a forehand, but there's a lot of topspin with the forehand as well. It's 11-10, 4th game point to Singapore. Chance here, and they make it. 12-10 in the first. There's something magical about the attraction of Jason CHEE and his partner. Look at this. A lot of support for the Singapore duo. Not only is it a motivational story, the fact that he's actually successful in the sport as well is extraordinary. Look at that, what a drive that was from a very difficult position. So, we'll be back to table in just a couple of moments, but Singapore at 12-10, listening intently, and of course, they know how important it is for the public to find a hero, and they certainly got one here. And the youngster, the 26-year-old, Mohammad Dini Ashraf HUZAINI, he's added and contributed a huge amount as well. It was such a close battle against Thailand earlier in the day. It looks like they can make up for it a little bit here if they can just continue on this ambition. Right, it is Jason CHEE to serve. Right, here we go. You see the strapping keeping his body upright. Otherwise he would fall over with every effort. Pimples in on the red side, Pimples out on the black. No, didn't quite get in position there to play that. Love one. The helpers are doing a great job. The ball girls running around everywhere. Up, lifts it on the Pimple side and then brings in a heavy side spin, but that's a really good shot for 2-love. Again, he's dangerous, isn't he, Mang Pong? Especially for that forehand. It's a very strange shot, but it's got lots of topspin. Backhand is not as impressive, but the forehand certainly. The way he plays it from on high, it's great. 3-love. Here's Min Loy. Having a little chat about things. Dini Ashraf makes the service. No, and that's gone. Well, maybe the tactics are working. Certainly, you know who's captain there, don't you? 32-year-old Jason certainly thinks he can help. Oh, and that was unlucky. tried to play the first bounce very close to the net so that it just drifts over. Mang Tu will serve this.
5-2.
Five two. And another error there for 6. 2-6. And it will be Jason to serve.
Fault.
What was the fault there?
3-6.
What was the fault?
Don't move the table. Don't move the table.
Oh, obviously,
The
there
table.
must have been a movement on the table. Don't know who actually moved it.
3-6.
But I think that Min Loy has been blamed for moving the table. So, a big break there for Singapore, but that's not a very
7-3.
good service, is it? That's 7-3. He's made a few errors on those backhands, in particular Mohammedini Ashraf. Does nicely there. Okay.
3-9.
Just a little bit too long and strong. Vietnam, big lead here in the second. 9-3. Jason getting wound up with the forehand, but no avail. We've got some flags in front of us, I'm afraid. Apologies for that, but there are more and more people coming in. Can you believe how many people are coming into this stadium? Extraordinary. And that is 10-3, and that is now a guaranteed game for Vietnam. 10-4. Oh.
10-5.
It doesn't matter what the desperate nature of the game is, they still celebrate a point. And another point for 6-10. They're not going to come back from here, are they? Nah, can't happen. Singapore public really, really have come out big numbers to see this. Ah, there's our Prime Minister. Hsien Loong is obviously thoroughly enjoying himself. It's great to see him in the crowd participating there, and that is it. 11-6, so it's 1-1 now for games. Well, it was a real scrappy first game, 12-10. A little bit easier for Vietnam in the second. Ah, look at this, a little bit of selfie stuff going on. Why not? Can't believe it. In the middle of the crowd. One of the people. That's exactly the kind of image we expect. I arrived in Singapore in 1972. I can't believe how far it's come in that time. Amazing. Well, this is now a very important game. Singapore won the first, Vietnam won the second. And we're about to get underway in game 3. that's forced it a little bit heavier on that power. Forced the error from Ashraf. I believe it's love 2. But that is now reflected. It is love 2. That's short, yeah. That's an ace, isn't that incredible? He does that many times. He's got to go across the table, as I saw. He's got to go diagonally across the table. But if you can keep it just short, there he goes again, and he's done it. Another ace. 2-all. It's a great tactic there from Jason CHEE. A little bit more conventional, but look at that one from out of the sky. My goodness. Right down on top of that. It's a good smash. Mang Tu, it's his speciality smash. And that one, there's another good couple of points. Ashraf will now have to serve. 2-4. Let's see whether he can do exactly the same as his colleague here. Min Loy looking around. What's the issue here? Right. Oh, in fact, it is. Oh, this is a replay. These are replays. Ashraf will serve. There he is. Okay. Jason CHEE's backhand puts a bit of pressure on. Three-four. Well, they've never experienced that kind of enthusiasm, and that's 4-all now. The kind of enthusiasm they're getting right now, I tell you, it was something special in that team matchup against Thailand. And it's equally as frenetic inside the stadium at the moment. 4-all. Yeah, that's that special, very impressive. And if you want an explosion, just look at that. The Singapore flag and the Singapore hierarchy, you might say. Loving that one. Goodness me. And another one. Do you think he knows that the Prime Minister's in the house? I think he does. 6-4. Jason CHEE to serve. He's going to drop that one again. He has. And it's so difficult to control, but then Ashraf couldn't play the third shot, so 6-5. Another short serve, I'm sure. It's worked well. There you go. And that's another super out of the sky. It's a very peculiar, I don't know how he gets the angle on it, but it obviously suits him really well. Mang Tu does a great job with that forehand. 6-all. You don't feel as if butter could ever melt in his mouth. He's really sorry, but he's allowed a towel down, of course. Jason comes back to the table. Towel down at 6 points, or a combination of. Oh, very nice. The backhand was really good because there was a lot of backspin on it. This time he couldn't manage it, but okay, 7-all. In the spotlight, it's a tough place to be, I tell you. The nerves jangle a little bit. 7-all. Oh, that's a really good shot. Straight into the hitting zone of Mang Pong. 8-7 to Vietnam. Oh, he's missed. Oh, caught the table. He's caught. And that's 9. Just caught the edge. 9-7. Well, Jason CHEE, I tell you what, he has got big heart, and he really He's so competitive as well.
Player.
9-7. CHEE getting himself set. He's got the electric system to get him in place. That's out. 8-9.
9-8.
It's very, very dangerous when you're playing it to Mang Peng-chu to put it high into that forehand hitting zone. Watch out again. There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
8-10.
It's 10. It's 2 game points to Vietnam. Yeah, I'm being annoyed there, but the atmosphere is really, really impressive. Jason is allowed that time, of course, at 10-8, a combination of 6 points. Nguyen has a little towel down. He's now got the service. It's 2 must-win services. You wouldn't put it past them to do it, but these short services, they've got to be so accurate. Just little dinks over the net. There you go.
Fault.
Oh, and the fault was from whom?
9-10.
Oi, what was the fault from?
Don't move the table. The table. Don't move the table.
Oi, oh, well, this is really interesting because they've been called twice now for moving the table. But, well, very difficult, isn't it? But 9-10. It's still game point to Vietnam. Short service. And that's gone, and it's 11-10, 11-9. And that is 2-1 now to Vietnam. And big disappointment, you can tell. When Jason CHEE's head goes down, you know that they're struggling to score. Well, everyone's pretty excited here. There's no question about that, especially with the VIPs, the VVIPs in the house. But Vietnam going about their business very confidently. Look at this. It's 12-10, 6, 11, 9-11. Vietnam in the lead. They just need one more game. So pressure is on the Singapore duo. They came unstuck in an absolutely fabulous battle earlier today against Thailand, 3-2. And it was a 15-13 in the, I think it was the 4th. That was the destroyer. A lot of Singapore interest in this one. So, can the Jason CHEE magic work here?
Change. Yes, change. Because it's Muhammad Sub. You have to change. Yes,
Okay, well, they've now decided Mang Peng-chu
Okay.
will be receiving.
Yes. Right? Yes. Same. It's correct. It's correct. Okay.
Well,
Fourth
it
game,
will be.
Muhammad from Singapore to serve.
Namadini
Level, play.
Ashraf will serve. A little bit of an instruction there from Jason. Here we go. The all-important now, game 4. And he did well to keep that on the backhand side. He's not as dangerous, Mang, on the backhand as he is on the forehand. No,
1-all.
Jason misses that for 1-all. Mang will serve. And again, he just couldn't get the backhand working. Put it on the forehand, it's a different ball game. It's 1-2. Just listen to this. Chayo, Chayo, Singapore.
2-0.
More oil, more fire. Two all, fourth game. It's a must-win game for Singapore. Jason has it. Ah, that's interesting. He's moved it onto the black for the backhand. Oh, that's unlucky from Ashraf. Kept the tip tapping, but then when he forced it a little bit more, didn't work out. But that's interesting because the service, you notice, we've been seeing the toss up with the pimpled black side, but on this occasion he's playing it. Is he going to go the other way this time? No, he's reversed it again. Okay, 3-all. Extraordinary amount of interest in these 8th ASEAN Para Games. Oh, and that's unlucky again from Ashraf. 4-3. Min Loy gets the service. And another good point for 4-all. Ashraf staying in the points very nicely at the moment. His nerves have probably just dissipated a little bit. It's tremendous experience for the young lad.
4-5.
Just can't nudge into the lead here. It's really difficult. It's a very resilient Vietnam duo. 4-5. 6-4. Disappointment there for Ashraf. He knew that he needed to make it stick. Missed it. Has to be right. Very, very difficult to get comfortable there, and he's so annoyed with that. It wasn't a bad service. Just missed the concentration a little bit. That's better. But it's two good services, and this could just be the beginning of the end here at 4-8. And of course, he is allowed to towel down. You can see the disappointment. Jason CHEE, after the fabulous success on the second day. .48. It's a big mountain to climb now. And another 4-9, an error on the forehand side this time from Ashraf. It's all gone a bit quiet now. They know it's the inevitable is about to happen. The axe is over their heads. 2-1 down, 4-9 down. Jason just trying to compose himself for this little dinky drop serve. Oh, it's much more pace on it. And it actually fooled Jason more than his opponent, Min Loy. That's it now. It's game and match points then to the Vietnamese duo. They both lost against the Indonesians, but now a chance for Vietnam to get into the medals here. And that's it. It's 11-4. So match to Vietnam. They've won it by 3 games to 1. They lost the first one 12-10, but after that it was all in favor of the Vietnamese, and they did really well. That's lovely. There's some great camaraderie amongst these players, I tell you. It's fantastic. So Vietnam celebrate. Singapore tried to celebrate, made a lot of noise in front of the Prime Minister as well, but there you can see the score right in front of you. 3-1 in favor of Vietnam.